Hey, what is up guys? I'm KBHD here, and I'm in San Francisco, California, of course, for Google I/O 2014. And here I've got my hands on the LG G Watch. So there were 3 smartwatches shown off for the first Android Wear Smartwatches at Google I/O. There was the Moto 360, the circular one that everyone's talking about. Then there was a Samsung one called the Samsung Gear Live. And then there's the LG one, which is called the LG G Watch. So the G Watch is retailing for $229 in the Google Play Store starting today. And from my hands-on and my impressions of it, it's actually not all that different from the Moto 360 aside from the shape, which I'll talk about in a second. So it's a 280 by 280 resolution. It comes in black or white. It's the stainless steel. And in terms of size, obviously I don't have the biggest wrists in the world, but it's kind of similar in size to a Pebble steel. I'd say a little bit bigger. It obviously has bezels on the top and the bottom, but it's a square form factor and it looks really similar to a Pebble. So with a smartwatch, something a lot of people are going to wonder about is the battery life and the standby time. And what LG told us is the standby time is going to be somewhere around 36 hours with that 400 milliamp hour battery. And for the size you're getting it at, it's always on, and that LCD screen is pretty bright looking. You're going to get that always on for 36 hours, so it doesn't seem all that bad. Of course, raising it up with your wrist will get that screen to activate, so it gets a lot brighter and it'll show you your notifications. And basically, when we were using this watch, it's in retail only mode, so you're not going to get to actually use the voice commands or the things that it'll do when it's connected to your smartphone. But you can think of this as Google Now and your Android notification center on your wrist. That's basically all it does. So it'll give you all your Google Now notifications, how many steps you've taken, the weather, and then your notification center. So if you have music playing, you can play, pause, that kind of stuff. If you have some other album art there, some other ongoing notifications, all that kind of stuff can be controlled through some swipes in the gestures. So from what we got to play with it, it was pretty smooth. Nothing really hung up. It seemed like retail mode was working just fine. But if you're gonna check out a watch like this, you're going to check out the functionality and how it connects to your phone. So that's what we saw. So it's a little bit unclear at this point whether the watch is using all of your phone sensors or if it has a bunch of sensors of its own. It has no physical buttons, but what it does have is a 9-axis gyroscope or accelerometer basically to be able to tell when you raise it, and that's when it'll brighten itself and you'll be able to see all your notifications and the UI. But other than that, they made it sound like the pedometer and all the other sensors will come from the sensors in your phone, which is getting via Bluetooth. So really, coming in at $229, this is less than a Pebble steel. It has a lot more functionality. If I was Pebble right now, I'd be very concerned about this kind of stuff. And Android Wear is getting a lot more in the spotlight with watches like this, the LG G Watch, and of course the Moto 360, which I do want to get hands-on time with. But there you go, guys. That's your hands-on with the LG G Watch here in San Francisco at Google I/O 2014. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.